Okay. We're going into second hour. Bumper going on. Bumper still going on. Love you, Daniel. All right, guys, we are back on the Dr. Daliah Show. Thank you all for tuning in. 1-877-DOC-DALI, 1-877-DOC-DALI. Okay, so I saw the movie X-Men this weekend, okay? And you all know I have the biggest crush on Michael Fassbender. He's on my laminated list like 18 times. He is just so awesome. And I love him as Magneto. He's just so sexy. I just love Michael Fassbender. In fact, I am rewatching Band of Brothers because we're going to be going to the beaches of Normandy. We're going to go to Omaha Beach and Utah Beach, actually this weekend. I can't wait. It's going to be pretty exciting. And he was in Band of Brothers. And so I knew it. And I was like, I think that's Michael Fassbender. And my husband was like, no, this was done in the 2000s. I go, I don't know. That guy just looked like him. Everybody looks like Michael Fassbender to me. And he was in it. So we are rewatching it just to kind of, forcing my husband into that. Yeah. So for Father's Day, we made my husband watch X-Men. But the one thing that I've been noticing with X-Men, I saw this in Deadpool. I watched Deadpool 2. And I don't know if you guys saw Deadpool 2, but they made a comment about how X-Men shouldn't be called X-Men. That it's not politically correct. And then they did the same thing in the X-Men Phoenix movie that I just saw. They made a real big issue about the term man in it, or X-Men. And I'm a woman, all right? And it got a little uncomfortable for me. Now, mind you, I come from a long history of women who, battered glass ceilings and, I paved the way for me to be where I am today. And so I am so grateful that I, as a woman, am able to, have equal rights, able to vote, hopefully equal pay. So I'm very honored by that. But I think we're starting to take it a little bit too far. And I see people getting insulted about things that they shouldn't. And you guys know where I stand. Okay, if you ever want to know where I politically stand, is don't have the wrong conversation or don't push the wrong narrative. All right? Because if so, we don't get what really needs to get done. This is what we talked about with the measles vaccine issue. All right, I'm pro-vaccine. But if nobody's going to tell us that this vaccine outbreak is also happening in people who are vaccinated, then we're not going to address a more virulent strain of the virus. We're going to just address we got to force, we got to make everybody vaccinate. I mean, we got to have the whole story so we could attack it head on. So here we are with words like human. Human has man in it. And I'm hearing people want to change that, because they think it insults women. I'm a woman. I'm not insulted. It could be human, mankind. I'm okay with mankind. That doesn't bother me. I'm fine with that. I know I can't speak for all women, but these are words in our language. In Spanish, I learned Spanish at school, took multiple years in school, and then, self-taught a lot. And when you have something in the plural, you go to the male. So like if you have a bunch of, kids, you go niños. And you'll do os instead of niñas. You'll go the male with the plural. That's just something we've always done in our language. It doesn't mean women are a second-class citizen. I mean, some people infer that. It's just in language, it just makes it easier to go for go for that. Unless it's like, a female term like ocean or a boat. I always thought that was stupid. Boats are she's and cars are he's. That just doesn't make any sense. But the problem is I think there's a lot of us women out there that think that men think that we want to change these things that that doesn't help a woman's cause. It makes us look dumb. It makes us look worse. When you try to argue to change something like X-Men, which has been a very, very successful Marvel comic, comic book for decades, don't start changing the name to X-women or X-people. Men is the plural of men and women. I'm fine with that. Man comes from the Latin term hand. So like mano in Spanish, mano is hand. And so when you see human or manager, or, it's hand management. It has to do with the hand. It doesn't have to do with men. And if there are women in the group, all right, calling it ex-women or ex-people, I call it X-Men. But, I think we need to start picking and choosing, what we're going to make big deals about. And I feel like every movie I see has this big push of, women could be the superhero. Women could be this. Women could be that. The more you have to berate that and flog that into somebody's psyche, the less power it has. Okay? People know women are powerful. I mean, every man in my family knew that you don't mess with the women in our house. I didn't need a movie making a woman a superhero to do that. Anybody who's ever worked with me or my mom or my sister know that, we get the job done. I don't need Marvel. And bless them. They're one of my favorite movie. I love watching their movies, but it's like, I don't need your help. And the average woman, that's not the help we need. Okay, that's just going to kind of stir this, okay, you're shoving, this down our throat. We don't need to start changing vernacular. We don't need to start changing the English language. What we need to do is change actions. We need to stop sexual harassment in the workplace. We need equal pay for equal work. Okay, if somebody goes home early, yeah, they get paid less. If somebody does less work, yeah, they get paid less. But if you're doing the exact same job, working the exact same hours, seeing the same number of patients, or doing the same sort of workload, yeah, you should get paid the same. But you start to diminish and dilute what women need to do to progress their footing in society. When you play around with this, okay, well, we're going to change superheroes to women, then we're going to have women the star of the movie, and we're going to show that women are badasses. Yeah, that's cool and everything, but what is the average woman like? The average woman likes to see Superman as Superman. All right? I like to see Michael Fassbender. Let Michael Fassbender be a hero. Okay, now, see, I don't know, guys. All right? Just leave it, X-Men, please. 1-877-Daliah, don't go away.